The entire ocean of obstacles dries down. Such a support of this entire universe, I depend on him, Alambe. Such is the glory of even a particle of dust from the feet of Lambodara. With that praise, let us spend some time in Kavya and Shastra. So Navaratri Utsava is dedicated for the celebration of Kalas. So now if I ask you to define Kala, what is Kala? Can I get some ideas? You can speak from your seat. Anyone? Is an expression? Very nice. Some more answers, please. Kala is art. Then what is translation? Okay. So, you have heard the name of D.V. Gundappa, who is fondly known as DVG? Yes? How many of you know? Can you raise your hands? Very good. Very good. I see, probably 60%, even if you are not from Karnataka, if you have heard of him, that is wonderful actually. He is known for presenting things in the most simple ways. And I read out his definition of Kala today. Art, Kala, is an adroit phenomena. You appreciate the simplicity of his language and also the presentation. It's an adroit phenomena that gives our mind the experience of some beauty or some grandeur or some profound thought through our eyes, ears, and other senses. So how many points are included in this? Right? It is an adroit phenomena, translated as a kushala karma. So the mind is involved, gives our mind the experience. It has to be an experience of the mind. So what does it give? Some beauty and some grandeur. Or there has to be there can be some profound thought. They are the only gateways of information for us. Right? I read out the Kannada translation. Kale endare ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಇಂದ್ರಿಯಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ಒಂದು ಸೌಂದರ್ಯವನ್ನು, ಒಂದು ಮಹತ್ವವನ್ನು, ಒಂದು ಗಂಭೀರವಾದ ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನು ಅನುಭವ ಮಾಡಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬಲ್ಲ ಒಂದಾನೊಂದು ಕುಶಲ ಕರ್ಮ. If you like this definition, please give a round of big applause, please. Okay, with that definition, let us do some kavya also. I now read out this verse of Kalidasa and let us discuss the significance and the interesting things that are involved in this. Are you game for it? How many of you? Very nice. Very good. Okay, I will read and I will explain the poem, and then let us discuss the significant things in this. Okay? And you tell me from which of his kavyas it is. Haste Leela Kamalam Alakam Bala Kundanu Vidham. Anybody? Yes? Haste Leela Kamalam Alakam Bala Kundanu Vidham. Yes. Wonderful. Give a round of big applause, please. So can you complete this verse? Haste Leela Kamalamalakam Balakundanu Vidham Neeta Lodhra Prasava Rajasa Pandutam Anana Shrihi Chuda Pashe Navakuravakam Charukarne Shirisham Seemante Chat Tvadupagamajam Yatra Neepam Vadhunam. Beautiful verse. If I explain now, you can get the entire picture of a beautifully decked up lady. It is compared to Alakavati, right? Like he said, this is from Meghaduta. This is a poem which describes the seasons in Alakavati. Can you tell me what are the seasons in Alakavati? Alakavati is the capital of Kubera, right? So Kubera's capital, there are no seasons. So because there are no seasons, what happens? Okay? Where the young women have a sportive lotus in their hands, right? So you can compare it to a mobile phone today. You have to sport your mobile phone. So like that, they used to sport a Leela Kamala, a vanity lotus, where the young women have a sportive lotus in their hands. That is one. Interweave their hair with fresh blown kunda blossoms. Kunda are mostly mallige, jasmine. Okay? It is basically Moginajade. Interweave their hair with fresh blown kunda blossoms. Have the beauty of face rendered yellowish white with the pollen of Lodhra flowers. So you need the face powder. So the rajas are the pollen, right? The dust, the pollen dust of Lodhra flowers, which is yellowish white in color, is used for rendering the face beauty. And wear fresh kurabaka flowers in their braids. And the lovely shirisha flowers on their ears. So that used to be an ornament actually. On the ears, you wear shirisha flowers. And nipa flowers that spring up into existence at your approach. At your approach is, Yaksha is talking to Megha, basically in rainy season, that's what it means. On the line of the parting on their hair. On the parting of their hair, they wear nipa. Nipa flowers that spring up into existence at your approach on the line of the parting of their hair. So now you understood? So there are six flowers explained here. So now let us revisit them. The first one is a sportive lotus. The second one, fresh blown kunda blossoms which interweaves their hair and have the beauty of the face rendered by pollen of Lodhra and fresh kurabaka flowers in their braids. 4. Fifth one is shirisha on their ears. The sixth one is nipa on the line parting their hair. Okay, so now what is the significance of this verse? Actually, I gave up the answer. Anybody? Give a try. I said there are no seasons in Alakavati. Right? Okay. So, because there are no seasons, the flowers which bloom in all seasons are available always. So, how is it so? Lotus blooms in Sharad Ritu. Which is the current Ritu from today? Ashvija Kartika Sharad Ritu. So lotus blooms in Sharad Ritu. Balakunda is actually a beautiful phrase for Moggu, Malige Moggu. Balakunda, please note that it is Balakunda. It blooms in Hemanta. Whereas, so he also gives a contrast. Praudhakunda blooms in Shishira. the next Ritu. So that's why he specifies here, it is Balakunda. Lodhra Prasavaraja used as the face powder are found in Shishira. Okay? And if you appreciate the beauty of this phrase, all the flowers are given in the same order. Hemanta, Sharad, Hemanta and Shishira. Navakuravaka are the speciality of Vasanta Ritu. Navakuravaka, I don't know which flower that is, what we call as Spatika or Gorate, I think Gorantika, probably that is the one. And Shirisha, known for its tenderness, are born in Grishma. And finally, Nipa, also known as Kadamba, flowers are plenty in Varshakala. Right? So he gives 6 flowers which blow in different seasons. One is not available when the other one is available, but in Alakavati, all the 6 of them are available at the same time. If you like this verse, what should you do? That's right. Thank you. So this is the common everyday prayer in Vidyakshetra, Natishala. Anybody knows that? Which is the prayer? Yes.
O Mangikam Bhuvanam Yasya Vachikam Sarvavangmayam Aharyam Chandrataradi Tam Numas Satvikam Shivam.
Very good. Thank you very much. Your name, please? Vainavi. Angikam, this is the daily prayer in the dance school of Vidyakshetra. Angikam Bhuvanam Yasya Vachikam Sarva Vangmayam Aharyam Chandrataradi Tam Numas Satvikam Shivam. You know what it talks about? It talks about Shiva, of course, yes. But what is its significance in the context of dance? Okay. It talks about the 4 different types of abhinayas, Chaturvida abhinayas. Okay. Now I will repeat and you tell me what are the 4 different types of abhinayas. Angikam Bhuvanam Yasya Vachikam Sarva Vangmayam Aharyam Chandrataradi Tam Numas Satvikam Shivam. So the entire world is your Angika. The entire lore of literature is your Vachika. Aharya, Chandra, stars, they are the Aharyas. And let us prostrate to that Satvika Shiva. So there are 4 different types of abhinayas. Angika, Vachika, Aharya, Satvika. Okay. So now I will give you the definition of each one of them. They are the 4 modes of communication. There are only 4 modes of communication. So please welcome, give a big round of applause to welcome Rishikesh Mafatlalji, our chief guest this afternoon. Please welcome, sir. After probably the traffic of Bangalore. So in the meanwhile, let me complete what I was talking about. So there are 4 modes of communication in dance. Angika, Vachika, Aharya and Satvika. I will give you the definition now. Any voluntary body mannerisms, facial expressions, they are known as Angika, to do with Angas. Dialogues, tonal variations and including background music, what you heard just now is Vachika. External paraphernalia, landscape and costumes that they wear is Aharya. Aharya, which is brought from outside. Satvika is something very interesting. It is the involuntary reaction wherein the actor actually gets into the character in its emotions and experiences. Right? So then probably, you know, the tears from the eyes, they come involuntarily, unlike Angika, which is a voluntary expression. Okay? With this, I will just apply to one shloka, which is in Kumara Sambhavam. With that, we will start today's program. So this verse is contextual. Lata grahadwara gathota nandi vama prakostarpita hema vetraha mukharpitanguli sanyayaiva ma chapalayeti ganan vinaishit. Meaning, Nandi, who is standing at the entrance of the creeper bower with a golden staff in his hand, So this is the description where Shiva is doing the meditation, tapas, in Kumara Sambhavam. So Nandi is guarding the Lata Mantapa, right? And he is standing with a golden staff in his hand, which is resting on his left forearm. He restrained the Shiva's attendants, Ganan, with a simple sign of single finger placed on his lips. Mukarpitaikanguli Sanjaya Eva, conveying that no mischief. So this mischief is referred to the all small screens in our hands, which have to go off when the light on the big stage comes on. So please switch off your mobile phones. Please settle down, right? Otherwise, Nandi is guarding the doors with his golden staff in his hand. Thank you very much. Please give yourselves a big round of applause. With that, we will start today's program and welcome. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು.
ನವರಾತ್ರಿಯ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು.
ವಿದ್ಯಾಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದ ನವರಾತ್ರಿಯ ಸಂಭ್ರಮದ ಉತ್ಸವಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಸೇರಿರುವ ರಸೋತ್ಸುಕರಾದ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಹಾರ್ದಿಕವಾದ ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಇಂದಿನ ಉತ್ಸವಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಅರವಿಂದ್ ಮಫತ್ಲಾಲ್ ಸಮೂಹ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಋಷಿಕೇಶ್ ಮಫತ್ಲಾಲ್ ರವರು ಆಗಮಿಸಿರುವುದು ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾಗ್ಯವೇ ಸರಿ. Privileged to have you, sir, as our guest this afternoon. Mafatlalji has been accorded a fond folklore welcome through the song of Huvinu Kolu by the students of Atri Varga just now. Sir, we welcome you once again to Navaratri Utsava of Vidyakshetra. Garjat Gabhira Ghana Ghargara Ghora Ghosha Digdanti Bhiti Jananodgata Kanthanadaha Dhunvan Mukham Tava Nirasyatu Sarva Vignam Lambodara Sahaja Natya Rasapravrittaha. The sound emanating from his throat, which is reverberating like a rumble of a thunder, which is deep and frightful. It is creating trembling among the elephants guarding 8 directions. He is shaking his head vociferously in enjoyment of natural Natya Rasa of his rhythmic footsteps. May Lambodara languish all obstacles for today's Utsava. We will be revisiting this poem during the course of today's Utsava because it summarizes all the art forms that will be presented with Lambodara's grace today.
ಗಗನದಲ್ಲಿ ಗಂಭೀರವಾದ ಮೋಡಗಳ ಮೊಳಗಿನ ಮೊರೆತದ ಅಂತದಿಂದ ಮೂಡಿ ದಿಗ್ಗಜಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಭೀತಿಯನ್ನು ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿರುವ ಕರಿವದನನ ಕಂಠನಾದವು ವಿಜೃಂಭಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ. ತನ್ನ ಸಹಜ ನಾಟ್ಯ ರಸಾನಂದದಿಂದ ಪ್ರವೃತ್ತನಾಗಿ ತನ್ನ ತಲೆಯನ್ನು ತೂಗಾಡಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ವಿನಾಯಕನು ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಘ್ನಗಳೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನೂ ದೂರ ಮಾಡಲಿ. ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಹಾರ್ದವಾದ ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರುತ್ತಾ ವಿದ್ಯಾಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದ 2025ರ ವಿಶ್ವಾವಸು ಸಂವತ್ಸರದ ನವರಾತ್ರಿಯ ಉತ್ಸವವನ್ನು ಈಗ ಆರಂಭಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ದೇವಿಯ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆಯನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಮೀನಾಕ್ಷಿ ಅಕ್ಕನವರನ್ನು ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಆಹ್ವಾನಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
Simultaneously with the prayer, I would like to call upon the distinguished guests and the dignitaries seated here to light the auspicious lamps to herald the beginning of Navaratri Utsava of Vidyakshetra. I request Muneet ji to escort the chief guest, Sri Hrishikesh Mafatlal sir, onto the stage. And I request Biswaksenanda and Preeti ji, please join the sacred Deepa Prajwalane occasion.
Ambike Shive Pahi Mam Lalite Shri Kamala Ambike Shive Pahi Mam Lalite Shripati Vinute Sita Site Shiva Sahite Shri Kamala Ambike Shive Pahi Mam Lalite Shripati Vinute Sita Site Shiva Sahite Shri Kamala Ambike Rakacham रमुखी रक्षित कोलमुखी रमावाणी सखी राजयोग सुखी शाकम्भरी शातोदरी चन्द्रकलाधरी शङ्करी शङ्कर गुरुगुह भक्तवशङ्करि एकाक्षरि भुवनेश्वरि ईशप्रियकरि श्रीकरि सुखकरि श्रीमहात्रिपुरसुन्दरि श्री कमला अम्बिके शिवे पाहि मां ललिते श्रीपतिविनुते सीतासिते शिवसहिते श्री
Thank you, Mafatlal ji. Thank you, Muneet Anna. Thank you, Preeti Akka. Request you to please take your seats in front of the stage and to grace the unfoldment of events from now onwards.
ನವರಾತ್ರಿಯ ಅಧಿಷ್ಠಾತ್ರಿ ನಾಡದೇವತೆ ಭುವನೇಶ್ವರಿ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಸ್ವರೂಪಿಣಿ ಲಲಿತಾ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರಿಯ ಸುಂದರವಾದ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆಯನ್ನು ಹಾಡಿದ ಮೀನಾಕ್ಷಿ ಅಕ್ಕನವರಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
ಅಗ್ರೇ ಪಶ್ಚಾತ್ ಉಭಯತೆ ಇತಿ ತ್ಯಕ್ತಲೋಕವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ದೃಷ್ಟ್ಯಾ ತಸ್ಮಿನ್ನಪಿ ಪರಿಣಿತೆ ಸರ್ವತಃ ಸಮ್ಮುಖೀನೆ ಸಭ್ರೂಭಂಗಂ ನಯನವಲನಂ ಸಸ್ಮಿತಂ ದೃಷ್ಟುಕಾಮ ಭೂಯೋಪ್ಯಗ್ರೇ ಸುರಪರಿವೃಢಾಸ್ತಸ್ಯ ಪಂಜೀ ಬಭೂವು. This is the description of the king of Swarga, Devendra, and his office bearers. What is the generally accepted worldly convention or Lokavyavastha? Some see in the front like human beings. Some have their sides behind them, for example, snakes and crocodiles. Some on both sides, front and back, like Rakshasas who are said in Puranas. This is the recognized Lokavyavastha. But in case of Indra, there is a breach of this Lokavyavastha. His sight is cast everywhere simultaneously because he has 1,000 eyes all around him. Likewise is Muneet Anna. He has to be 1,000-eyed to lead an institution like Vidyakshetra for its multilateral focus and multilateral function. Muneet ji, though you can see everywhere simultaneously, the audience has gathered in the front to see you and to listen to you. I invite Shri Muneet Dhiman ji, Samstapaka Kulapati of Vidyakshetra, to deliver the introductory note and to invite the guests and the gathering.
Namaste. I'm feeling so happy that this is the 10th year when I am talking to the parents, teachers and guests of Vidyakshetra on this very special occasion for Vidyakshetra. So a very big round of applause for all the acharyas, all the parents of Vidyakshetra. I don't think we need 1,000 eyes. Because everybody is so beautifully taking care of what they have owned in Vidyakshetra. I think the fact that we are doing this event today in Ravindra Kala Kshetra itself is a great testimony to what we have done until now as a team together, as a family together. So really wonderful. Just last year, Preeti and I, we visited ISC. There is an auditorium there and Tata Memorial Hall. And Preeti and I were discussing that, I wish 1 year, within next maybe 4 to 5 years, we would have our Navaratri Utsava happening in, either Ravindra Kala Kshetra or Chaudhaya Memorial or Tata Memorial. And, as if, a blessing from Bhagwan that this year itself, we are in this place celebrating our annual Navratri Utsava. This place holds a very important place in the history of Bangalore. And it is where most of the Kala programs, most of the cultural events have taken place in this city. Now, of course, there are many auditoriums in the city, but we being here is a great, I would say, opportunity, blessing, testimony for this last 10 years of journey. I think the credit of this also goes to our Kala Acharyas. We are here gathered today for the Kala Utsava, and Kala Acharyas I'm not able to see. Where are they currently? Raghu Anna, Shauri Anna, they are behind, okay, backstage. Yeah, Dwarita Akka, I can see Akka over there, Rashmi Akka is there. One subject, if you want to kill the future of any country, you just remove Kalas from that country. And that is what, happened with our education over last 150 years, where systematically the work of hand and Kalas were removed from our education system as if these are something extra. And no wonder the word extra curricular came in. As if curriculum is main and these are all extra curricular activities. By word itself, you can kill, half of the, so putting a word extra means it is not needed. Main course is curriculum. Curriculum means what? Maths, science and English. Now I keep beating maths, science and English. I hope people don't misunderstand me. These subjects are also very dear to me. We were there meeting MD Srinivasji just 3 days ago in Chennai, so that we can carve out the way for the whole country in Indian knowledge system and primary and secondary education. But I think as a neglected child of our country, Kalas need little more attention from all of us. Because until we mainstream Kala education as a part of mainstream education, we cannot re-establish back Bharat. We cannot give it its glory what we have lost. Because without Kalas, it is impossible to cultivate that level of feeling realm that is needed for building relationships with our own family, building relationships with our society, building relationships with our environment, and building relationships with Bhagwan. These are the 4 relationships that we are meant to build. All 4 are being compromised today in the name of individuality. The more today this world is dealing with machines, the more digital we are getting, the more intellectual we are getting, the more calculative we are getting, the more measurement, how much time, when, yeah. These questions which were never heard of when it came to interacting with people, the more we get sucked into these questions. Because most of our interactions are becoming highly digital, discrete. It is the Kalas that is going to connect us back with the analog part. Analog is continuous. Relationship has to be continuous. In Bhagavatam, it is told, Savai pumsam yat paro dharmo yathor bhakti rathokshaje ahoituki apratihata yayatma suprasiddhati. That the param dharma of all the living beings is devotion to athokshaje, yathor bhakti rathokshaje, to Krishna. And that bhakti is continuous. It is ahoituki apratihata. That means uninterrupted and unmotivated. A system which is discrete, where interruption is built as a part of a system, how can that system lead us to continuity? Yeah. Apratihata, ahoituki apratihata. So continuous, if we have to have a feeling of continuous engagement with Bhagwan, first we need to learn how to have continuous engagement when we are here in this human form. Continuous engagement with our family members, continuous engagements with all aspects around us, and Kala is the most powerful medium for us to achieve that. When we talk about Panchakoshatmika Vikas, we talk about Manomaya Kosha, we talk about Vijnanamaya Kosha, we talk about Anandamaya Kosha. A society like Bharat, so mature, where Kama is a part of Anartha in Manomaya Kosha, where we say Kam, Krodh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya and Lobh. The same Kama, when it comes to Vijnanamaya Kosha, is part of Purushartha, which is Dharma, Artha, Kam and Moksha. Now, what is this relationship between Kama as an Anartha and Kama as a Purushartha? And then what one achieves and how one achieves this unattainable by any other Samskriti in this world. West cannot even dream of this maturity and understanding of this subject matter. yeah, which our rishis have given us. So the kama, which is in Manomaya Kosha as an anartha, through our purushartha, which is dharma, is transformed into prema in Anandamaya Kosha. And the method given by our rishis is kalas. What a loss, for a society if one leaves kalas aside. It was not that kalas were a part of education, kalas were the education. There is a lot of difference. Our mathematicians, Bhaskaracharya, when he is referring to himself, he is not referring to himself as Ganitagya, he is referring to himself as a poet. Most of our rishis and most of our mathematicians, scientists, wrote poetry. Most of our philosophers like Valmiki wrote Ramayana, which is Kavya. And that mature society left kalas aside as if, extracurricular. Not needed. Our main course is maths and science and English. So I'm so happy that, we are growing in our presentation, we are growing in our sadhana. And this is blessing of, Bhagwan on all of us, that, we are here in Ravindra Kalakshetra today. Something good we all are doing together. Something good our children are doing, something good our acharyas are doing, something good all of us are doing. That we are able to celebrate this Kala Utsava and bring back kalas as a main course. Yeah? What we say in Vidyakshetra, when you are in Kala class, that is also Anna. When you are in pottery class, that is also Anna. When you are in mathematics class, that is also Anna. There is nothing like, extra. Like Kala is not like a pickle or a kosambri on a yele uta. Yeah? It is also main course what we have. So with that, I am so pleased and I look forward to all the students, senior students presenting. I look forward to all the Kala Acharyas presenting. And definitely looking forward to Pandit Udayraj Karpurji and his son performing today evening. Last year we had Pandit Shripad Hegdeji here, who is the Acharya of Raghunandan Anna. A big round of applause for his presence 2 years ago. Last year we had Padma Shri Shri Ananda Jainji as a part of this celebration. And this year we have Shauri Anna's Acharya Pandit Udayraj Karpurji performing today. So it's a great opportunity for us to immerse without having any thing on the back of our mind. I believe that the organizers here have also not allowed any stalls. So all parents can also be here, yeah, without anything at the back of their mind and enjoy today's evening. I also thank Rishikesh Mafatlalji for sparing his precious time. Very busy. Still, he came yesterday evening to Bangalore. He's staying with us whole day since morning. He's with us and leaving back tomorrow morning. Thank you, Prabhu, for joining us today. So with that, I look forward to today's celebration. Thank you.
Thank you, Muneet ji, for beautifully bringing out the significance of Kala or the play of Kala on the planes of desire and as well as in the fulfillment. And all of us should give a big round of applause for the unswavering commitment that Muneet ji has for Kalas. He has been bringing exponents in different areas every year to celebrate this Kala Navaratri Utsava. And another thing of pride for the community of Vidyakshetra is the progressively the stage, how it is getting bigger and bigger. Like Muneet ji said, we are celebrating this Navaratri in a prestigious forum of Ravindra Kalakshetra. One round of applause. This is for yourselves. Thank you. This shloka might sound familiar, but it is not the same. Vidyakshetre Kalakshetre sameta utsu sushavaha balakah panditaschaiva kim kurvate idya suchaya. ಕಲಾಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಬೋಧಿಸುವ ವಿದ್ಯಾಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಾ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಕಲಾ ವಿದ್ವಾಂಸರು ಉತ್ಸವವನ್ನು ಆಚರಿಸುವ ಅತಿಶಯವಾದ ಆಸೆಯಿಂದ ಇಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಇಂದು ಏನನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಡಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ?
ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದ ನಾಟ್ಯಾಚಾರ್ಯರಾದ ವಿದುಷಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ದ್ವೈತಾ ವಿಶ್ವನಾಥ್ ಅವರಿಂದ ಕಲಿತು ತಯಾರಾಗಿರುವ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಂದ ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯವಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಅನಂತರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಟ್ಯಗುರುಗಳಾದ ದೊರಿತಕ್ಕನವರೇ ಒಂದು ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದ ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯದ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನವನ್ನು ನೀಡಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ತದನಂತರದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿದ್ಯಾಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದ ಕಲಾ ಆಚಾರ್ಯರುಗಳಾದ ವಿದ್ವಾನ್ ನಿರಂಜನ್ ಹೆಗಡೆ, ವಿದ್ವಾನ್ ರಘುನಂದನ್ ಭಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ವಿದ್ವಾನ್ ಶೌರಿ ಶಾನ್ಭೋಗ್ರವರ ಶಿಷ್ಯರು ಕ್ರಮವಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮ ತಮ್ಮ ಸಂಗೀತ ಕಲಾ ಪ್ರತಿಭೆಯನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Next, there will be a Kashaya break for about 30 minutes at approximately 5 p.m. When we assemble back, Swayam Niranjananna, Shauri Anna and Raghu Annanavarinda Hindustani Sangeet Baitak. Subsequently, you can look forward to an address out of the experience of this evening's chief guest, Shri Hrishikesh Mafatlalji. In the pinnacle of this year's Utsava, you will be treated to a brilliant Rasanubhava in a tabla jugalbandi by Pandit Dr. Uday Raj Karpur and child prodigy Master Pradyumna Karpur.
There are games and fun events lined up for you during the course of today's program. At approximately 8 p.m., we will break for dinner before winding up the sequence of events of this wonderful day.
Without further ado, we will begin the Kala events today with these affectionate wishes. Kala Kshetra Gata Sarve, Vidyakshetra Kala Vidaha, Maitri Grama Jushas Santo, Ranjayantu Swakarma Bihi. Banabhatta in his Harsha Charita introduces goddess Saraswati as Shishya Dvayeneva Padakrama Mukharena Nopara Yugaleda Vachalita Charana Yugala. Means, as goddess Saraswati is taking rhythmical padakrama, footsteps, sequence of steps, her anklets jingle like two obedient students. The anklets jingle is often described as the sweet sound of swans on lotus-like feet. It also attracts swans by creating a musical imitation of their natural sounds. Where are these swans found? In Manasa Sarovara. That Manasa Sarovara is nothing but your mind, your Manasa Sarovara. This imagery is going to be true in your experience.
ವಿದ್ಯಾಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದ ನಾಟ್ಯಗುರು ದ್ವರಿತಕ್ಕನವರ ಶಿಷ್ಯರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಾನಸ ಸರೋವರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಹರಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ಕ್ರೀಡಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ಕಲಹಂಸಗಳನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ಮಂಜೀರದ ಕ್ವಣಿತದ ನಿನಾದದಿಂದ ಆಕರ್ಷಿಸಿ ಸೆರೆ ಹಿಡಿದಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಬರುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. With that, I now hand over the baton to Vairom Alim Chandani, who will be our next host. Over to Vairom.
Thank you.